So I just offered someone a publishing agreement, and I thought it would be a good time to talk about how to actually ensure your best chances of getting offered an agreement from a publisher. Now, of course, I have a book publishing company and it's really small. I'm an independent micro publisher, essentially, probably at most could publish 12 books a year, because I am one person with a very small team of people who work casual hours, and it's very project based. So of course, the way I publish books is not the same as how other people do it, but there are some kind of universal rules or pro tips, essentially. There are 2 submissions in particular that I got this week that kind of really highlight what to do and what not to do. So essentially what had happened is that I went to a fair few Facebook groups and did like a call for submissions. Because of course, being a small publisher, it's really hard to get people to know that I'm actually looking to publish work. And authors all the time are looking for places to pitch their work. So I went to some writers groups, and I also went to vegan groups to be like, yo, this is my company, these are all the imprints, this is what I'm looking for. And under each imprint, I kind of wrote what sets it apart from the other imprints, the word count for what I'm looking for, and what you need to do to submit to that particular imprint. So the basic things that I asked for was, if it is fiction, I'd like a synopsis. I would like an author bio and any other information they want to give me about the book. And I would like at least 1 chapter, if not a completed manuscript, sent to me. Like, it's totally normal just to send 1 chapter and then have a publisher say, okay, now I want to see more. And I can't exactly remember what I asked for in this instance, but I did require the work to be finished, even if I'm not seeing all of it in the submission. And for non-fiction, I wanted a proposal, an outline, chapter by chapter, saying this is what's going to be in the book, and I prefer for it to not have already been written, though, you know, it's okay if it has, but typically with non-fiction, publishers want to see an outline first and then work with the author on developing their ideas from there. So I said, hey, yo, send all of this to me via email. And already, like, in the comments on those posts, people are just trying to pitch me ideas or saying, oh yeah, I have a book, and then not actually emailing me, which is kind of annoying because I'm not in the business of going back and responding to people's comments like, oh wow, that sounds great, please send it to me. It's like, if you can't read my instructions and email me what you have and tell me what it is and why I should be publishing it, I'm not going to give you the time of day. Because I'm not just saying this to be an asshole. I'm saying this because I want to know you're serious about getting published. I want to know you're prepared to get published, and I want to know you're capable of reading what I'm saying and responding to what I'm saying. Because if you can't follow simple instructions such as email me as opposed to direct messaging me, then I'm not sure how we're going to work on a really long project together, where I'm going to be saying, can you change this? Can we work on this? What about this? You know, it's just kind of like a litmus test. Is it possible that we can work together? So many people already failed on that one. So some people emailed me. The first person I want to talk about wrote and said, hey, this is where I saw your call. I checked out your website, which, you know, props to this person because they really did their research. They saw what I'm doing, what I'm interested in. And then they said, I don't really think you'd be interested in my work. And I've only got 20 pages. So here you go. And this person is not getting a publishing agreement, not only because of what they put in the email, but mostly because that email told me that they weren't ready, and then what they sent me also told me that they weren't ready. So it's not like I'm going to reject someone just on the premise of what they've written in the email, but typically it goes hand in hand. If someone's not ready, their email is essentially going to tell me they're not ready. And this person literally said, like, you probably don't want to publish this. And it doesn't particularly fill me with confidence. So I read it, and within the first few sentences, I knew it wasn't going to be a fit, just from how the sentences were formed, what the topic was about, the attention to detail, which this person hadn't really done enough of, to be at the point of sending it to a publisher. So I just said to them, hey, listen, I think this has great potential. I would love to see it again when it has been completed and edited a few times and really it's ready to be sent to a publisher, and wishing you the best of luck. So what we can glean from this as what not to do is don't say to the publisher in an email, you probably don't want to be reading this, because they're going to look at that and be like, okay, why the fuck are you sending it to me then? If you're not confident in what you have, don't send it. If you can't present yourself with confidence, don't present yourself. I'm not saying that you have to be fully yourself or really big noting yourself, but say, hey, I'm responding to your call for submissions. This is my book. This is what it's about. Please let me know if you think we can move forward. It doesn't need to be over the top, but to kind of say you don't want to read this is really off-putting for someone to read. To not provide a synopsis, to not provide a bio, like I didn't know what the book was about. If it's only the first 20 pages, I then didn't know how the rest of the book would go, what to expect from it. And with no author bio, I have no idea who this person is. I don't know what their background is. I don't know what their expertise is. Like, are they writing this book from lived experience? Is it something they've actually been through? I have no idea. So they didn't really give me enough information to take a chance on them. The other person who submitted to me was from the vegan group, because I put a call out there because I was really interested in seeing if anyone was writing non-fiction things about vegans, like veganism, new ideas, practices, etc. But also I would love to support more vegan authors. And I just thought, hey, this is an untapped market. It's a huge group. Why don't I just shoot my shot? And so this email was, hello, this is who I am. This is my expertise. This is what I do. Here's all the links to my work, even stuff that wasn't directly related to the book, but their professional work. This is what the book's about. I hope you enjoy it. And then attached was a synopsis, which told me exactly what the book was about. And then they also included like a chapter by chapter, like a brief summary of the entire outline. And then they said, this is where I'm up to. So they haven't finished writing the book, but they're like, I don't know, halfway through. And it shows that they've really plotted everything out. And then in the other document, they attached what they have so far. And already it made me want to take a chance on them because they showed up with confidence. They communicated really directly and clearly. They showed that they are professional and willing to conduct themselves in a way that I can do business with. Their synopsis communicated exactly what their book was about. I got a really clear idea of the book's progress, what's in each chapter, and then they were able to show me that they can actually deliver on what they're promising. And that's why I offered that person a publishing agreement. Now, whether or not that book actually gets published by me, if it's successful, that all remains unseen. But this is just like how to get to the first part of having a publisher say, hey, I want to know more. Hey, I want to work with you. Hey, here's an agreement. And that person did a great job. They said who they are, what they do, what their expertise is, what the book is about, what they're going to deliver, and then they showed me that they can deliver on it. That's all the information I need. And their book was the right fit. And they were able to demonstrate that we will be able to work well together. Just based on that, like, of course, things can happen. But already we're off to a good start. So when sending through a manuscript and a synopsis, etc., to a publisher, especially if they're calling for submissions, the number one thing you have to do is follow what they've asked for. It's really that simple. And show that you've understood what they've asked for, you understand who they are as a company and what they're looking for, and how your book fits in with what they're already publishing. Present yourself professionally with confidence, like you're fucking ready to go. Say what you want to deliver on and then show that you can deliver on it. And of course, there's always exceptions to that rule, but those who show up prepared and ready are the ones that I publish time and time again. The ones who kind of pitch me a random idea and haven't really thought it out, who I take a chance on, typically don't end up working out. But of course, I'm still going to keep taking chances because that's what publishing is all about. I like ideas, I like people, I like stories. I'm going to keep taking chances on really weird shit. But I've got to really want it. So you've got to find a way to make people really want to work with you. All right, Wally's publishing talk. Peace out.